All right, so what's up with y'all? Today I'm gonna talk about how lust can destroy men and what we need to do to be better and basically live a better life. I'm not gonna edit this video, so from time to time I'll probably mess up, but let's get into it. So I got some of my notes in my phone from this topic. So the first topic is what lust can do to a man is change the way we see a person. Excuse me. Lust can change the way we see a female, right? Men go off looks. So if the female, if she looks amazing, she got amazing qualities. I don't want to say it because YouTube, but if she got amazing qualities, we're just only gonna look at that. We're not gonna look at her personality. Most of the time, we don't really care. If a lot of men, we care how the woman acts, right? But a select few men will ignore how they treat, I guess. A select few men will ignore how a woman treats a man because of how she looks and stuff. But that's not good because of lust. So when we lust for a woman, we don't think of her qualities. Like, we don't think of her personality. We don't think of anything. We only think of what we want to do to the woman. And, that's not a good thing. That could really ruin a lot of people. It has ruined a lot of people. It's made people do things that they shouldn't have done. And, that's one thing how a lust can destroy men. So, my second topic, impulsive actions. There's times where, men can be very desperate. And this desperation and lust, oh my God, those are powerful together because, I don't want to say it, but it'll make men act out of themselves, like they won't be themselves, like especially if they don't get much female attention. They just see that female and just they might try to grab her, they might try to hug her, they might try to touch her in ways she don't want to be touched. And that's another way that can destroy men, and it will lead you to very bad places. Third topic, it can lead to obsession. That's in my notes. Love versus lust. Obsession. Back to the other topic, how men can be very desperate. Like I said, if they're not getting a lot of female attention or just attention in general, once they see like that one person give them like a little bit of attention, or they make them feel different than normally, men could get very obsessive over that girl. And I know a lot of you have been in situations where you might have had a friend who was obsessive over you. You might have had family members. You might have had, it could be anything. It gets like that. Like, a lot of people, they don't have what they need. So once they finally get a little glimpse of something, they just want to keep it forever. And it's not very good. It's also a leading factor of downfall for not only men but women too. Like, being very obsessive is not good because you'll do things that you don't want to do, or you'll do things that you're not realizing that you're doing. And it could really change your life, and not in a good way either. So next topic, social isolation. Social isolation, being lustful over someone. I think for this, you might. It's kind of like being obsessive. Excuse me. It's kind of like being obsessive because you might only want to keep, let's say, man or female. You might only want to keep that person just to yourself, and like you don't want anybody to see her. You don't want them with their friends. You don't want anything like that. You just want her to yourself. And basically, you're trying to isolate the person from their family, friends, going outside events, and honestly, that's really bad for their mental health. And you got to stay away from people like that. Like, you need to do anything you can. If you're in a situation like that, I'll pray for you. Um, you know, try your best, uh, I hope you get out of it soon. It never ends well. Like, there's no happy ending when you're with a person like that. And that that adds on to my last point, is how it affects your mental health. Like, let's say being lustful for someone, um, it's just, it affects you in a very bad way because, like I said earlier, if this was like the only person that treats you a certain way, or you don't get very much attention from anybody else, it's gonna mess with your head a lot. And especially if the person's not like giving you the attention anymore, if they're trying to like back away from you, stuff like that. Um, it's gonna make you go crazy. It's gonna drive you crazy. And I know a lot of people nowadays, they feel alone. They feel judged. They feel, isolated. So we already have like enough mental issues going on, and I guess a lot of people don't like feeling alone either. And vice versa to the other person. Like, let's say you're the person that's being lusted to, like, it's going to affect your mental health because now this person is doing things you don't want them to do. Now they're like, stalking your phone, they're calling you multiple times, they're pulling up to your job, like they're doing anything to get your attention, or they're trying to keep you to yourself. And what I gotta say to that is just watch out, men and women. But yeah, being lustful it's not a good thing. And honestly, people enjoy it just for the time that they're having, I guess. But after like that time's over, like they just feel empty inside because they know like they never had real love for the person. It was just, they just wanted to have fun. It was just lustful. And that's all I gotta say for now. Just stay to yourself. Be careful who you deal with. Make sure who you're dealing with is, I don't know, like, make sure who you're dealing with is somebody you would want to deal with long term. Like, don't just deal with the person just because, like, you're trying to be nice, or, they don't have anybody like that. Because that's how these problems start in the first place. Like, I guess you are kind of just trying to save somebody, but you gotta watch out who you talk to. You gotta watch out who you hang with. You gotta watch out what you do anything with, because you never know somebody's intentions. So, stay safe and be careful.